Welcome to Mature Living. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is the show for seniors by seniors. As you know, in our Senior Adult Program, we offer classes, many different types of classes, and one of my favorites are the art classes. And so we've invited Dorian Clouser, who is one of our instructors. She teaches portrait, and she also teaches a drawing class. And thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much for
Dorian,
having
and
us.
thank you for bringing Mark Yerrington, who is going to be our judge this year for the Grand Gallery of Senior Art.
We're excited.
Tell me a little bit about your classes and about the Grand Gallery of Senior Art.
Well, I've taught this is my 5th semester with the drawing class and a portrait class. So what we have is once a year, we have a show and we showcase them. So there is work that they'll bring in on the 25th of March, and it'll be open from the 26th until the 7th of April. And then they'll have a reception, and they'll have prizes, and we'll have awards. And that's what Mark is here for, because he's going to judge the show.
Super. And there are other classes and other instructors that you may want to mention as well.
So Rosemary Borges has been doing this a very long time, teaching both acrylic and oil classes. And she has a great following. And Anita Parada does porcelain art. So she has them work on porcelain that has been poured, and they are painting, and she's putting it in a kiln and firing it repeatedly. So they've both been doing that a very long time.
Long time, over 30 years, teaching with our program. Rosa Maria Burgos and Anita Parada. Anita teaches that China painting that's listed in our class schedule, and Mrs. Burgos, she teaches the acrylics, and oh my gosh, I'm just excited. And the students get excited.
Yes.
I'm so glad you're teaching, and we'll ask you a little bit later on about an exhibit you all are going to have together. And Mark, good to meet you.
And my pleasure is mine.
Thank you for agreeing to be our judge. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Yerrington, I'm curious about that last name.
In English, I'm really... English is way back.
From England, huh?
New England. I grew up in New England. My family is there. And when I was a young kid, I was dyslexic. And my parents found out that I had an art ability. And I won a couple contests, and they bought me an oil set. And one thing led to the other. I went to art school in Massachusetts. And then I joined the Army. And it was great, and I ended up here in El Paso, and I've been here now for 30 years.
Wonderful.
And I actually worked doing drawings of Patriot missiles and stuff for manuals. And just recently I retired from Beaumont, where I was a graphic artist. But my first love is oil painting. And when I was a little kid, I used to sell a painting and make 2 paintings, and then sell 2 paintings and make 4 paintings. And it was the thing to do. But when I moved to El Paso, I went through a culture shock. Not because of the language, because there's no trees. And in New England, there are trees. So I had a hard time doing landscapes, which I love to do.
Yes.
So I would go to Cloudcroft to get the trees, or Ruidoso. So I do paintings from them. But just recently, I decided to do animals. And it's kind of a thing, and I ended up doing some portraits of dogs, and they were selling really good. And I like to say my artwork has gone to the dogs.
That's right.
But I do all kinds of paintings. But I love landscapes, but I think this judging the show will be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And to see the students, I was a teacher myself, teaching art on the side, and it's a lot of fun. And to see the people learning and being creative and having fun, it's a great thing.
So recently you've also remodeled your garage because
yes.
You have a gallery
Part
now.
of the, it seems like every 10 years there's a new thing.
Yes.
So now that I'm retired and I'm 70, my new thing is my gallery. I took my 2-car garage and I converted it into a gallery studio. And we're going to be part of the artist tour coming up. And I can't wait to show off my work because I can hang 100 paintings in my gallery.
We love to feature talented seniors, and that's what this show is all about, and that's what our senior adult program is all about. So really, really, you've had an exciting life What do you consider yourself as an artist? A realist? I know you've gone to a Monet exhibit.
Recently I went to Monet exhibit up in, and he's a real impressionist. It does an impression work where I tend to have a more realistic view, but I love the impressionist colors. My painting is very colorful.
Yes.
And I tend to be really realistic, but not so much as the photograph, but you can see the creativity in the painting.
And there's feeling to it, like you say.
Right. So when you see it, you feel the brush strokes of the hairs of the animal, or the clouds, or the grass, and you know that's important. And Monet, well, that was the one thing he did. When he painted, he tried to create a feeling for the environment, and he would go down to the ocean and make it look like a storm and waves and stuff. And and then he was very interested in light, which I am. And he did haystacks. He did like 25 paintings of haystacks. He would have maybe 8 canvases, and he'd do one after the other of the different light as the day changed.
And you did one that you called your orange.
Oh, yes.
And then another one of a soldier that I want to show a little bit
I used to sit at the PX and do portraits of soldiers when I wanted to make a little money. And the funny thing about that is I would charge $35 a head, and they take the picture over to the frame shop and pay $100 for the frame.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I go, what? But the one I really liked was this soldier who's going to Sergeant Major's Academy. And he wanted a painting of his wife and his new baby, a drawing. So I took the 3 different photographs, because an artist can do that, and I put them together so they looked as one portrait.
Oh.
So it's always the funny thing. I talk about photographers. They wait for the perfect photograph,
Yes.
and they wait for that bird to land on the branch, where as an artist, I just put it in.
Just slide it in there. That's so wonderful. I was going to ask Dorian also about your expectations for this art exhibit, because not only is it for the students, but you all get to put a painting up there.
Yes, we've each put in one piece of art so people can see what we do and what our own talent is. So I watercolor mostly. I do some pastel, and I put something up. I currently have work in an exhibit for the Rio Bravo watercolors. Their annual show is at the International Museum right now. And both Mark and I will be part of the Hal Marcus studio tours. And that will be the last weekend, both Saturday and Sunday of April, the 24th and 25th. And then in May, it'll be on the west side, but we're on the east side, and that'll be in the El Paso scene.
That's what I was going to ask you. Where can they look for these announcements and schedules through the El Paso scene?
Yes, they'll have the map in the El Paso scene and the directions, so you can find it. But this will be out a month ahead of time, so you can plan.
Okay, wonderful. I have a little bit of time left, and I want them to know your phone number. How can they get a hold of you? You can teach one-to-one in your studio now that he's built that gap.
And now that I have the studio, I have space that I can teach instead of going to someplace to teach.
Yeah.
And a more personal, hands-on. But I live on the east side, off George Dieter, and actually we bought the house 30 years ago, and we were on the edge of the desert. We had tumbleweeds behind us, but now it's gone so far out, it's ridiculous.
Like another city.
But within a block of my house, there's a post office, a Target, an Albertson. And if I had to plan this, and the school is real close, it was crazy.
What's your address?
1708 Dean Martin.
Okay, but I'd like to give the phone numbers if possible.
Okay. You can get in touch with me at 309-7237.
Very good.
And Dorian Clouser, it's 915-593-2320.
And I know
We're
you're
also both members of the El Paso Art Association.
Oh, very good, very good. I love art, even though I can't draw, but maybe if I join the classes, maybe I'll get that inspiration that
you can
that
always
people need.
come be part of us.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. And so can you. So you call us at the Senior Adult Program, 831-7801, and we'll give you more information on our art classes, which are tuition free. And you can talk to Mark, too. Okay, we'll be back with more guests. And thank you for coming to join us and share.
You're
Thank
very
you very
welcome.
much.
thank you for staying with us. Of course, this is Mature Living, and we're going to give you some great information, things that are coming up very quickly in March. And so we've invited Renee Neurt, who is the Executive Director of the El Paso Zoological Society. And you're going to tell us all about El Paso and how much you love it and the weather.
Love El Paso.
And of course, some of these activities that you've been planning for our seniors, for our community. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with
I've been with the Zoological Society for about 10 years, and we are the support organization for our city zoo. So the El Paso Zoo is overseen by the city of El Paso, but the Zoological Society supports the zoo. We do fundraising activities, we have memberships, we have zoo tickets that we can give away. So yeah, that's what we do for the El Paso Zoo.
And El Paso lends itself for these kinds of activities, outdoors.
Exactly, outdoor activities where you can go out and walk. El Paso has such beautiful weather.
Yes.
And it's important that we get out and we enjoy that with people that we love.
And even when it rains, we've had a lot of rain recently, and even when it rains, it smells so good.
It does.
The desert.
Well, and
The animals, they like it.
They do. And there's a vibrancy of color, you know,
Yes.
when you go out and then you see the green and the
Yes.
trees blossoming.
Yes, it's a beautiful time of the year. So tell me, you're having an event coming up here quickly. You're going to give us the date and what's going to happen, and it's going to happen right in the parking lot of the zoo. Tell me about that and your partners.
So we are partnering with United Healthcare, and I think this is a wonderful partnership because United Healthcare is a leader in the industry talking about healthy living, healthy food choices. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to partner with United Healthcare on Wednesday, March 25th.
Okay.
So from 10 to 12, Wednesday morning, they're going to be in our parking lot at the zoo on Paisano.
Uh-huh. Great. We're going to have to give the address, too, across from
The Coliseum. So on that March 25th morning, people can come out to our parking lot, and we'll have a lot of booths that are promoting healthy living, healthy lifestyles. We'll have drawings for free zoo tickets, memberships. Also, the vendors that are there will also have drawing for prizes. So you can come to the zoo, walk around the parking lot, maybe take time to be in a Zumba class provided by Project
good.
Vita, talk to United Healthcare about Medicare, you know, and getting through that insurance. Right now, we're in this heightened awareness about health, viruses. So it's important to get some clear information about what's going on. How can we protect ourselves? How can we protect our loved ones?
prevention
Prevention.
measures.
That's all
Absolutely.
what this is about.
I like the idea of the Zumba thing, you know, to just get out there and shake it up a little bit, you
Yeah.
know, and get
Yes.
the cobwebs out. And our seniors can go and meet a lot of vendors that will be there in the parking lot. You'll have booths, I would imagine, tables. And,
Correct.
And,
Yeah.
and then they can pick up a lot of goodies because they do give great things,
That's right.
you know.
A lot of food.
And then what can they do afterwards? Can they go right
So
into
they
the
can
zoo?
they can again walk around the parking lot, talk to different vendors, and then when they're finished, go into the zoo. We do have a discount for senior citizens, so the ticket price is reduced. And then you have 35 acres
Oh, my
of
gosh.
beautiful trees,
Walkways.
green, and animals. I mean, you could walk
Yes.
around,
Take
watch the
pictures.
giraffe.
That's right. And you know, we were talking a little bit about Grandma and Grandpa's quality time together.
Yes,
Get away
together.
from everything, all those dangers and the scares and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
children and whatever. The
Yeah.
kids are in school. But quality time and just have lunch there maybe after the
Definitely.
health fair
Definitely.
and enjoy some quiet time together.
Well, and again, as we were talking earlier, El Paso lends itself to beautiful weather. So learn about healthy choices, healthy living, and then go into the zoo and walk around, hold hands.
Yes, that's it. And hold hands and just take a nice walk.
Yeah,
I
we have a train there. You can take a train ride. You can go on the carousel.
Oh, wonderful. A good day.
Yes,
A good
yes,
afternoon.
a good
Now tell
afternoon.
me, a little bit about your zoological society. Is it a volunteer organization? And tell me how you got involved.
Okay. So again, the El Paso Zoo is overseen by the city of El Paso, but the Zoological Society is separate. It's a private nonprofit organization that is governed by a volunteer board of directors. We have about 9 people that work for the organization. So we are paid employees through the society, but we also run the volunteer program. So we have a lot of volunteers. We have a senior volunteer program so that if you want to interact with children, you can volunteer at the zoo. We have a youth development volunteer program so that if you're a young person, you can also volunteer at the zoo. So besides the volunteer program, we also administer the zoo membership. So it's an annual pass. If you want to buy a one-time pass, you can get into the zoo 363 days a year. Come as much as you want, walk the grounds. You can come early in the morning and walk the grounds, watch when the animals come out. The sprinkler systems are on. It's a beautiful way to spend your morning. And again, get outside and exercise.
And walk.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and
What a wonderful society. And do you have to be a animal lover or have any knowledge of animals to be in your society? Because we're going to give your phone number because I hope you get a lot of calls.
Yeah, me
and
too.
that's what I'm driving at. And I also want to thank Sandra Martinez with the United Healthcare and all those agents that are helping us to become knowledgeable of our health and how to take care of ourselves.
We really appreciate the partnership that Sandra has brought with United Healthcare because, again, we're both about promoting healthy lifestyles. And at the Zoological Society with the El Paso Zoo, it's a safe environment that's outdoors so that, again, we like to promote wildlife, nature, and our beautiful El Paso. And a long time also, helping people understand the healthcare process. And that's what United Healthcare can do, is help us all understand, the Medicare process, and how to live more healthy.
And they've been great partners for us too for our senior adult program at the college. And so throughout the years, we worked with all different agencies and community partners, and we hope you continue to have success.
Thank you.
With everything that you guys do. Thank you so much for coming, Renee Neurt. She's the executive director of the El Paso Zoological Society. If you want to volunteer, give her a call. What is the phone number we can get a hold of?
The phone number is 212-0245.
And your website?
Our website is www.elpasozoosociety.org. And you don't have to have any information or training with animals. Just come to the zoo. We'll do it all for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, and we'll invite you back again very soon. Well, thank you for staying with us here on Mature Living. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program. And so we always like to promote businesses and bring you information about services that are available. In home care, as you know, there's a lot of organizations, so you have choices. And there's one in town that's brand new in 2020. They've gone into business now, and we're here with the owner, Carlos Camacho Jr., who is the owner of the Always Best Care for El Paso. And you're looking for clients, you're looking to do your business, to serve this community, to serve our elders. And of course, I met Linda many years ago, Linda Gonzalez, and she is your community relations director. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Okay, Carlos, it's good to know you. Tell me a little bit about Always Best Care Senior Services.
So,
and about yourself, too.
Oh, yes, of course. Always Best Care Senior Services has been around since 1996. It originated in California, around Sacramento area. It was founded by Mike Newman, which was looking for, at the time, services for his own grandfather, and had a hard time coming across them. So he saw a need in the community and started the company. So far, we've been in across the U.S. and Canada, about 200 or so territories, and we've been in Texas for about 12 years and are just expanding into El Paso, as you stated. We just began our business about mid-January. So we're very new and we're getting out there and very excited to get to know the community.
There's plenty of business for everybody, believe me. There's so many seniors that need home care. And of course, the referrals will come and your business will grow. And we wish you good success.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about the services that you're providing, your specialties.
Yes, thank you. So we are a home care agency. And when we say home care, it refers to helping seniors or just anybody really that needs the services of activities of daily living.
Okay.
And the way you can think about that is you wake up in the morning, you get out of bed, you go to the restroom, maybe brush your teeth, you take a shower, groom, you get ready for your day, prepare breakfast, and those are all things that we take for granted.
Oh.
However, there's many people that can't do them, and so we provide that service for the person that wants to stay at home and wants to live at home still, and but needs that extra help, and so we provide all those services. Above and beyond that, though, we do a lot of companion care. So somebody that just wants to spend some time talking to somebody, maybe playing dominoes or cards, or maybe even, go fishing or go shopping, get out of the home and enjoy their life. And so we provide that service so that, family members that can't provide that, are working or maybe away, can feel comfortable that their loved one is being taken care of.
And how do you make that good fit? If it's a gentleman, an elder that needs that assistance,
Yes.
Do you find a gentleman to come as a companion, or do you have young ladies or nurses or caregivers?
We have a pretty broad mix. I mean, we have people that are just starting off and may have not a whole lot of experience, but are drawn to the industry. Maybe they've taken care of a family member in their past. Or we also have mothers that have taken care of their children all their lives and are now looking to do something additional. And so we have a whole gamut.
So you're hiring also all the time.
We are hiring, and we've actually been hiring since about December. And so it's been very interesting, very rewarding here in the market. And so what we do is, one of the biggest things that we do, and is we want to be sure that the person that's caring for your loved one, or for you, if that's the case, meshes very well with you. Yes. And so you guys get along, because I think it's very important that you guys have the same kind of interest, and so that you can be happy with the service that we're giving you.
Yes. And many times people fear bringing somebody into the home.
Yes.
They don't know them. Are they bonded? Are they secure? Is my grandma okay?
Yes. That's critical.
Do we have to have cameras? That kind of thing.
Right.
So there's a lot of fears, but with your company, we can be assured that you do those interviews and background checks and things.
Yes, we do. We vet the caregiver. We go through a pretty rigorous interview process. We do criminal background checks. We do reference checks, employment verification checks. We also be sure that they are clear for the Nurses Aid Registry, for the Employment Eligibility Registry.
Wow.
And we also provide, we're also insured and we're bonded, and we also provide workers' comp insurance. So we protect both our client and our employees.
That's right.
And that's one thing that's real important, is that the caregivers are our employees. They're not contracted employees. So
we have to care
so
about
they work
our
for us.
employees as well.
Yes.
Now, there's a lot of outreach that has to happen, with building your clientele. And of course, it's great for hiring people in our community. So Linda, that's where you come in.
Right.
So where will we see you out there in the community?
Oh, you'll see me at the hospitals. You'll see me at the doctor's offices, visiting retirement, independent living. You'll see me at health fairs. You'll see me just about everywhere all around town. I'm going to be out there just playing a very active role.
Yes, very good. And I know you came into my office the other
Yes.
day and they said, hey, I'm working for a new organization. And I said,
Exactly.
oh, okay, well, let's have you on Mature Living because that's really important to get the community to meet.
Thank you very much.
Meet
Yes.
Carlos, Camacho Jr., the owner of this this new business of caregiving. Phone number, address, how can people reach you?
Sure. So we're located, our office is located in central El Paso, right off of Piedras and Yandel. So we're at 2601 East Yandel. And our phone number is 915-250-0177. And we also have our webpage, so you're welcome to explore that. It's www.alwaysbestcarewelpaso.com.
Very good. And so what can people expect when they call you or come in? It could be a daughter, a son, about their mom and dad or grandma and grandpa. Just kind of an initial, what do they bring with you? What kind of questions in the initial interview?
Sure. So we like to get out and visit and plan an assessment. So you can always count on that we're going to promote to schedule an assessment. And, it's going to depend on the amount of time that our clients have available, of course, but we're very flexible with that. And we will come in and basically try to learn as much as we can about the client, direct client, as well as the family. And we do that so we can pick a good match for a caregiver as well, but also to understand all the services that they will need. Because sometimes I'll get a call and they'll say, oh, I just need companion care and maybe medicine reminders and stuff. And when we get there, we learn that hey, there's a bit more that they may need. And so we go through a pretty substantial questionnaire. Typically takes about from 30 minutes to maybe about an hour or so. And based on that, we determine what the needs are and create the care plan.
That's a good way to start. And thank you for being with us. I really appreciate it. Time
Thank
flies
you.
on television, by the way.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Thank you very much
So
for
we'll
your
see
time.
you very soon and much success. And we'll see you all next week, okay? This has been Mature Living, and thank you for watching.